Hello there everyone, and welcome to the reading for the week ahead. I did not get around to doing it yesterday, where I do usually do it on a Monday, but it was one of those days where you just don't have enough hours in the day. So here we are, and I do think that perhaps it is, the case of things happening at the right time. So I sincerely hope that today the Earth Wisdom Oracle is going to give us the information we need. You can see how old this deck of cards is. It's been one that I've had for years. It was gifted to me, in fact, and I'm very grateful for that. It's served me well. It's a very interesting deck of cards in that it offers a crystal or stone that you can use to support whatever it is that might be going on, as well as talking about different plants or herbs. So I must just stress that not all herbs can be taken internally or just made a cup of tea of or whatever. So let's first see what comes up, but we'll go through them as we go along and see what comes up for us. So if you are new here, welcome. I'm very grateful to have you here. And what we do is every week we ask, what is the energy of the week ahead, and is there any advice or anything that Spirit can give us to make the most of it? All right. So first question, can I please see if there's an energy for the week ahead? Yep, there it goes. Jumps right out at me. Go with the flow. All right, I have to laugh because when I do readings during the week for private clients, I actually get very similar energies to what comes through in the reading for the week ahead. Go with the flow. All right. This is really about releasing and letting the powers that be guide us in the direction we're supposed to go. If something's occurring in your life and it feels really intense, maybe a bit stressful, but monumental on some level, this is saying do what this person's done in the photo. They've thrown their oars into the grass here. I don't know if you can see over here. They've actually thrown the oars away, and they're just letting the boat go down the river and meander, and they are paying attention to what's going on around them and what's being presented to them. All right, but they're letting the river take them where it wants to take them, and there's this level of trust here. So it's almost like, if you are familiar with the tarot, it would be a similar energy to the Fool, who lets go and lets the powers that be guide them, and this brings some wisdom or some kind of awakening or major change in your life. So that is a very interesting energy to get. Obviously you see the plants and the stones over here, which it's going to talk about. So I'm going to see what it has to say about number 20. I like to look in oracle decks and refer to the book, because every oracle deck is made individually and with the mindset of the creator and that specific card and what they wanted that specific meaning to be. So go with the flow says loses strife. This is the plant. It says this helps when loses strife helps coping when life is overwhelming and going with the flow in the midst of chaos. Orbicular jasper enhances steady, slow breathing, which supports patience and flexibility of mind. Okay, so obviously if you don't have these things around or you can't use them, see what else you can do to substitute that. If you are feeling this is giving a bit of anxiety or it's a bit of a stressful time for you, there's a lot of other things that you can also do. And so any dark stones will reduce any negativity around you. Patience and flexibility of mind. I would say any green stones as well, pink stones, anything that would bring clarity as well. So clear quartz. I also feel that fluorite can be a good stone to use, even if it's a clear fluorite, a blue or purple, whatever it is, that feels like it's the same kind of vibe as this. All right. The book says, the path to your goal is not a straight line, but is filled with unexpected bends, detours, and blocks. Being frustrated, angry, or impatient won't help. Try to accept that this chaos is part of the experience rather than fighting it or flailing about. Find the rhythm or the flow in the chaos and ride it gently to your destination. There's an affirmation that says, I have goals and desires. I have enough flexibility to allow me to enjoy the journey, whatever it brings my way as I move forward on my path. Okay, interesting. I know a couple of people are literally experiencing this now. Let's see what else comes up. What else do we need to know this week, please? Or what advice can we impart? Here it comes. Okay. Nurture. Just get rid of some of the glare there. Okay, this is about bringing balance, finding that quiet place. And maybe we literally need to find a quiet place to have some contemplation, to have some reflection, to see where we want to go. What are our goals? How much of that can we just, let go and let God kind of energy, have that in our lives? And there's definitely change and transformation here, but also an element of protection and elevating ourselves. These are the words that are being thrown at me, okay? So I do feel there is this peace and tranquility that can come from this letting go, from following that river and not having control over where you're going. Because it's very important, and I do say this ad nauseum, but I always say to people, please ask to be shown what is possible in your life. Because we try to steer the boat all the time, and we try to forcefully sometimes push against the current. And that really doesn't serve us. And we only realize that afterwards, in hindsight, that maybe we shouldn't have tried to force a particular path because it clearly wasn't the right one. Allow yourself in this time and during this following week to be guided. Get out in nature. Let yourself be nurtured as well. And nature nurtures us. All right, so be outside. Enjoy things like music. She's enjoying music. She's enjoying dancing. She's enjoying being around nature and animals. And just having this light-hearted kind of energy and spirit. So that is something that I highly recommend you embrace this week to the best of your ability. If you even just get to go and sit outside in the garden, then so be it. But do something to do that so that you can clear your mind and get to a place that is a bit more peaceful, where you can trust the process. Okay. Yes, let's see what else. Let me see what the book says. Nurture. Milkweed is the plant. Milkweed supports self-care and encourages healthy nourishment, and as such helps with weight issues, eating disorders, oral addictions, and digestive issues. Chrysoprase is a stone of nurturing and bringing energy to the physical body. In our chaotic modern life, it's easy to forget to take care of yourself. Your body and soul exist together. The health of one affects the health of the other. When you begin to take better care of your body, including getting enough sleep, your soul also grows stronger. Milkweed attracts butterflies, a symbol of transformation. Care for yourself and watch transformation unfold. The affirmation says, "My body and spirit are united, and I take care of them both. Fresh air, deep sleep, healthy food, and joyful movement support my body and my soul." Okay, so you can always look up things that you need, that you feel you specifically need right now, and what kind of plants or, herbal medicines or teas can support that. And you'll be amazed at how much power those things hold. Even if you get drawn to something in your garden and you think, oh, I can't get enough of that smell, keep it around you. Even if it's not something you can put in a tea or a tincture or anything like that, put some in a vase. Put it in your home. If it's giving you a good feeling, a positive feeling, then that will help. If you don't have high blood pressure and you feel like you need to clear your mind a bit, rosemary is your friend. Okay, it does push your blood pressure up though, so anyone who's got low blood pressure, that will be great for. But rosemary brings clarity of mind. It really clears your thoughts and it increases your ability, your capacity for concentration. All right, so that might be good at this time. And things like lavender can support a very calm, peaceful kind of feeling. Go and have a salt bath with some lavender in it, and that will pull out the negativity. I'm going to actually put a link below for my video where I did how to take a negativity bath or shower, because that's very important. And I did one specifically for new moon actually. So maybe I'll leave that below here for any of you who think that can be helpful. You don't have to own a bath. There are ways in which you can do a shower and do like a bit of a body scrub with some salts, or Epsom salts are great for exfoliation, and immerse yourself in something like that. Do yourself a favor. Nurture yourself a little bit. All right, what else do we need to know for this week ahead, please? There we go. Freedom. Okay, Beautiful card. It's a number 6 as well, which shows the ability for us to transcend difficulties, to overcome something that we feel has maybe had a lot of the ability to exert a lot of influence over us. And it's about being still. It's about, sorry, I really am battling with this glare. It's about being still, being patient, but realizing that it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. There is this element where we can be free within ourselves. It depends on how we react to things that are happening around us, that are external factors. If we don't have control of things happening around us, we can control how we react to it, how we behave with it, how much we allow it to affect us. Okay, so this is about being strong, being still, but also having this element of freedom. Here the moon is very much come up very prominently here, but I feel that it's there's also a need for us to be very assertive or steadfast in what we feel is right for us. Okay, what makes us truly feel free? What do we need to do? What hard things do we need to do maybe this week that support that element of freedom, or the goals that we wanted, that we've been kind of working towards but not really working towards, and now we've decided, you know what, it's time to move. It's not time for stagnation. This is a time to leave certain things behind and embrace others. And even if I don't know what they are, I'm going to trust the process. Okay, let's see what the book says about this one. Number 6. Freedom. The plant is blackberry. Blackberry supports shadow work. It helps to face primal fears. It protects and it heals. Obsidian exposes our flaws, weaknesses, and blockages and provides support when facing them. True freedom requires intense shadow work. Face your deepest fears. Feel your hardest, scariest, most shameful emotions. Only through recognizing and naming them can you finally deal with them and be free. Do not go alone into the shadows of your soul. Call on the powers that be, your guides and guardians, who will guide and protect you. The quote says, or the affirmation says, I am ready to face my worst fear or shameful emotion. I know I am not alone, and that my guides will show me the way towards true freedom. Okay, should we do one more? I think so. Okay. What is the last card for this week ahead, please? What is the guidance that we need the most? There we go. Responsibility. Okay. I feel like this is also, maybe something that we've been shirking a bit, or we've known that we need to work on something or do something, and we just haven't had the courage to do it yet, or we felt like it wasn't the right time, or we're just avoiding it completely. And this is saying it's now time to take responsibility for that. Take responsibility for the outcomes that you get. Take responsibility for where you want your life to go. If you're not feeling motivated, there's an element of needing to take responsibility for that and saying, why is that lacking? What is missing? Am I doing something that I love? Is it in alignment with the goals I have for my life? If it's not, then we need to reassess certain things. But we need to, if it hasn't worked up until now, we also need to see where we can take responsibility for that. Have we truly been saving for that thing? Or have we truly been working towards that particular goal? Or have we just kind of been blowing around in the wind, flailing about, like it says, and letting ourselves just blow around, where we could have asked for that guidance, and we could have said, show me the right direction to move in. I'm going to let Spirit help me to close certain cycles in my life and embrace new beginnings. The number 10 shows that. Number 10 is a 10 and a 1. It's the closing of old cycles and things that maybe no longer serve a purpose for us, and then embracing new things. But we do have to take an element of responsibility in order to embrace those things and say, you know what, I also need to take action. I can't just let things fall into my lap. And that's where it comes in with the connection that we have, or the relationship we have with Spirit and our physical selves. We need to ask for that help. We need to use the words, please show me how I can achieve this. Please show me what is possible. We need to ask. And the minute Spirit receives that and they know that we have a clear direction, that's when they can help us. They can't help you if you change your mind every 40 seconds. But if you are clear and you sincerely want something and you're honest with yourself and you're willing to take the responsibility for that and say, please show me how to do this, but also show me how. What do I need to do when the guidance comes through? That's where we get the balance between spirit and the physical. That's when our lives run more smoothly. That's when we feel like we're not fighting the current, but we're going with the flow and it's going to a wonderful place. All right. And that is the guidance I have for you this week. Let's see what that last card says in the book, number 10. Responsibility. Comfrey is the plant, which is a wonderful healing plant. Comfrey promotes regeneration, structure, karma clearing, and accepting responsibility. Citrine is your stone, and like the sun, it resembles and like the sun that it resembles, it energizes, cleanses, and regenerates. It is all too easy and disempowering to blame others, society, or bad luck for our problems. Take back your power, recreate and re-establish your inner structure by removing what no longer serves or hinders you. Put your own house in order, neat and tidy, making space to expand in ways that benefit you and the world around you. The quote says, I take responsibility for my actions and my life. I learn from my mistakes. I release behaviors and ideas that hinder me. I continually improve myself. Okay, and on that note, I leave you and I wish you a wonderful week further. Please don't forget that the energy sessions for the new moon are on Thursday, the 6th of June. And the last bookings that I take are the Wednesday evening because it takes me the whole day to prepare. All right. I wish you all the very, very best. Have a wonderful, beautiful, productive week. And I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye for now.